Hello, second grade. Miss Whitehead here, coming to you in video form. Today we are talking about people with long ears. If you're looking at the picture on the screen, you might see that it's another name for a donkey. In your coloring books that we color in and write words in, it says personages with long ears. So people with long ears, personages with long ears, they're talking about the same animal. So these questions on the board that you see, what on earth is that awful noise? And what instruments do you hear? So as we listen to the personages or people with long ears music, I want you to think about what instruments you're hearing, what instrument is making the donkey sound, and get your listening ears ready. Here is people with long ears music.
And now, for your total listening pleasure. Although nails on chalkboard might sound better. Just try and guess who these long-eared ones could be, who sit down on the job and whine and disagree. And squeal, and squeak, and moan, and groan, and hee-haw, like hiccuping violins on a rusty seesaw.
So in that video, you saw some kind of silly donkeys in there. So what instrument makes the donkey sound? Whisper it to your neighbor. If you said violin, then you are correct. The violin is making that screeching sound that the donkeys make when they're maybe playing or whatever they might be doing. So the violin is the main instrument in this movement. Now we're going to go on to a listening map. We've done these listening maps before, so I'm going to have my mouse on the screen here, if you can see it, and I'm going to point along with you as we listen to the same music, listening to see what these little donkeys mean. You see some lines here, so we'll see what all of those things mean as we listen and follow along on the listening map. So here's our music. So on our listening map, you saw that the donkeys here are those high sounds on the violin, the screeching kind of sounds. And each of the long lines were some of the lower notes, and then even shorter lower notes kind of showed you how long the violins held those notes. And then we had the screech, and then a long note followed by a kind of short one, and a screech. And we keep going, and that's pretty much the whole music in the persons with long ears music. So we talked about the violin. Now we are going to listen to it one more time, and I want you to be thinking about how the music makes you feel and what you're noticing about the music. So we can talk about some of those music words. Maybe you have a tempo that you're listening for, or dynamic, some of those words on the back cabinets. Think about how you could describe this music and how it makes you feel, and we'll talk about that when you are done. So listen one more time. This is the person with long ears, or people with long ears music.
And now, for your total listening pleasure. Although nails on chalkboard might sound better. Just try and guess who these long-eared ones could be, who sit down on the job and whine and disagree. And squeal, and squeak and moan and groan and hee-haw like hiccuping violins on a rusty seesaw.
All right, so now be thinking things that you noticed about the music, using music describing words, and how the music made you feel. You're going to talk about those two things, and then you'll get your books, write down in your books, and then be able to color the people with long ears page.